out because I actually just had my mic plugged in. It was this bad boy right here. Works pretty good. It's not perfect, I'm going to be honest. The problem with it is it's so sensitive that it actually picks up my laptop, which sounds like it's going to space every time I do something. I go to program, it's going to space. I open VS Code, it's going to space. I try to run a Python program, it's going to space. I can run assembly and it maybe doesn't go to space, but actually just having VS Code open on its own is just so much for my computer. It's already a lot. So you can imagine when I go and play something like, even when I was doing like Love 2D engine and I was trying to run it, when I ran it from Linux and Ubuntu, it just didn't work. Then when I switched it and I went over to Windows, then it kind of worked because it wasn't using that subsystem, right? It wasn't using that that extra bit of memory and power because my computer really cannot handle it. So is the Live absolutely perfect on the phone? Not where I'm currently at, and I'm aware of that. I'm going to try to improve that, but I am just practicing different stuff, playing around with things, having a good time. And it looks like it's going to rain on us soon, actually. So that'll be interesting. That normally cuts the internet out. I'm not going to lie. I feel like every time it rains, for some reason, the internet just, I don't know, it just gets destroyed. But I am playing around. I forgot that you could actually go live on YouTube from your phone. I actually don't remember that being a thing. I'm pretty sure that wasn't a thing 10 years ago. But either way, whether it was or wasn't, actually, let me make sure this one's up. Whether it was or wasn't, is irrelevant because it's there now, and that's kind of cool. Now, I do wonder where the little chat thing is. Probably down here. No, can't touch it, that's for sure. Otherwise, I'll shake the whole thing and everyone will get motion sick. That's one thing that definitely has happened as I've gotten a little older. Holy smokes, man. I used to love roller coasters. Funnest thing. Had an absolute blast. And then all of a sudden, you just hit a certain age and it's like, dude, I can't get on a roller coaster and not feel sick. And that's a shame. That's a shame because I don't want that to be the case, but that is actually the case. That's the reality now, is that every time I get on a roller coaster now, I'm like, dude, I'm going to get sick. But we just, okay, good. Make sure that wasn't playing. We just want to give you guys so much thanks. Like I said, me and Crazy are trying to make it work so that we can have more time to do stuff together. We can have more fun. We can play some games. Like I said, it's just crazy between work and Lily and everything else you got to do. There's so many things to take care of, so many things to handle, so many things to watch over. It becomes a lot, right? And so we just give you guys so much thanks for the patience you guys have given us, for hanging out with us, and we just hope that we can continue to provide fun, cool content as we just get back into gaming. Like I said, I haven't actually played very many games at all for the last 10 years, maybe. That maybe not be as true. Maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, I was playing a little bit. I'm trying to remember, it was nothing crazy, and it was nothing new. It was like smaller games, really. We didn't really play that many games. And once Lily was born, we really, you just don't have the time once you have a baby. It's insane, they take up so much time. They're always, they want that attention. You got to give it to them all the time because, they're awesome and they deserve the attention. And I tried to sit there, and I think it was like maybe a month ago, I had her playing, it's like SpongeBob or something, and she kind of plays it, she has fun with it. She pushes the buttons and she moves, I think it was like Patrick around, and we were laughing and stuff, and then you make Patrick burp, and that's fun, man. She's only 2, but she was hitting the buttons, and honestly, we had a lot of fun with that. So maybe one day we'll actually record something where she's just doing something goofy, because for us, it's so cool, and this channel has always been such an archive of our lives. The first, 10 years, well, not 10, I'd say the first, 3 or 4 years of our marriage specifically is, pretty much on this channel. All the things we did, how we started it, all the things that we got to see and do. It was really, really cool. All the dogs, actually, surprisingly, Buddha is still alive, and he's hanging in there. He's about 13. Is he 13 now? I think he's 13. He's an old man. For a big dog, that's old. He's an old man. He's an old man now. But he's hanging in there. He's a good boy. We lost, who did we lose? We lost Jake. We lost Max. Let's see. They just got old. It happens. They get older, and we still have 3 now, including Buddha, but they're all old. Unfortunately, it's 13, 12, and 11. So it'll be rapid fire probably once they start going. So that'll be a really hard time. I'm hoping it does. I would hope that I can push that off as far as I possibly can. The reality is I have no idea if I can. They get older, and then it gets time, and it is what it is, and it gets tough, man. But I really hope that when that time comes, we are prepared for it because it's going to be a rough ride. Because I know once one of them goes, then they get into depression, and then you got to hang out with them there. And once they get into the depression, then the other dog gets into depression. Then it gets tougher and tougher because the dogs get sad. And honestly, I'm not prepared to lose all three of my dogs at once. So I really hope they can kind of stagger that out. My guess is that Buddha will go first because he's definitely the oldest. We've had him since 2012 or 2013. I can't remember off the top of my head. So he's old, man. He's 13 years old now. He's an old boy. For a big dog, he's an old boy. He's hanging in there. He's hanging in there. And, that actually makes sense. I appreciate that, dude. Let me see here. I appreciate that. I actually can see that. I think one of the main reasons probably is that the internet out here is a little jank. I'm hoping it'll fix itself. But if it doesn't in a few minutes, let me know. But I do appreciate that because, like I said, I'm trying to see what will work out here, what won't work out here. And if that's still the case, like a minute or two, definitely let me know because I don't want to be chopping all over the place. But like I said, I'm mainly trying to see. I'm trying to see if I could actually go live out here and if it would work. If it won't, I gotta figure that out. But the problem with Florida is, which is where we are, all the buildings are made of such thick walls that signal just does not penetrate the walls. I can see even the actual visualization of me kind of breaks up a little bit, so I apologize for that. Definitely not top tier stream style right there, but I'm working on it. But these walls are so thick that the signal just doesn't go through them. And because of that, it gets really tough to actually maintain. So I can't even make a phone call in the house. I have to stand by a window and hope that works, which is ridiculous. I'm like, it's a pain sometimes. So let me know in a minute or two if that doesn't work or it doesn't get better. Definitely let me know. I'll pop off and maybe later on we'll try to do something that's a little more towards the house. This part isn't connected to the house. It's sort of an offset of the house. It's kind of like a side garage, sort of like a hobby room. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I hope it stays that way, man. I really do. Let me know. I could try to move this. Actually, I won't move it. That will just be motion sickness for everyone, honestly. I'm not going to move it. But I'm glad that it kind of fixed itself. It might break up again. And I hope that it doesn't. But if it does, But we appreciate you being here, man. You've been here for a long time, haven't you, dude? I'm fairly certain I recognize your name. I could be wrong on that, but I'm fairly certain I recognize the game, or at least the name of it, dude. But there's been a lot of names. It's been a long time, but a lot of names, dude. So it's hard for me to remember everything. But I'm fairly certain that you've been here a while. And if that's the case, dude, we really do appreciate it. We appreciate you coming back. It was so funny, man. I went back, and as I'm going through old content, because I have to go through all the new stuff. They have all the new rules and regulations. And like I said, I came back and they instantly caught one of my videos. I'm like, dude, you had 10 years to do whatever you wanted. I mean, I wouldn't have fought a single thing. Do whatever you want. 10 years. Dude. We love you, man. Seriously. We appreciate you. We thank you for being here. That is awesome, man. I knew I recognized it. I was like, dude, that name sounds familiar to me. But that's awesome, dude. We do appreciate that. But yeah, it was so funny. I went back and I was back for maybe a week, a couple days to a week. I was right in the beginning, and they're like, "Hey, this video is inappropriate." And I'm like, "What is it?" And it was the Minecraft griefing one, where my Minecraft world was getting griefed. I'm like, "Okay, well, what happened, dude?" So then I went back and checked it out to see what was going on, and I guess we were just cussing a lot, and I didn't put 18 and older on it. I'm like, dude, if you can play Grand Theft Auto at 16, I think is the rating, or I'm like, what is the difference? Anyway, they went after that video, so I'm like, okay, man. So I had to go back through and change all the settings, and it's been a pain in the butt, dude. It really has. It's been such a pain. That's why I've been so slow to get older videos back on, because it's been such a pain in the butt to get them back. It's been a nightmare. I've been trying, but it's been a pain in the butt, dude. But I am working on it. I wish that throughout the ages they would have aged a little better, but the reality is it's been so long, and I think the only game that was still relevant was Grand Theft Auto, and that one's not even relevant anymore because Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out soon. So I don't think as many people are worried about it anymore. But I did have some Grand Theft Auto videos that were still doing well. And I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, that's pretty sweet, man. So I was happy to see that, happy to see that they were hanging in there. And they were bringing in maybe like 10 to 15 views a month, dude. So, we were going big. We were going big time, dude. But actually, within the last year, just from old content, we had, oh, geez, what was it? Like 160 something watched hours, which seems negligible. But for me, I was like, no way. That's not bad, dude. They were trickling in. Now, of course, when I got rid of all, I made them private. I didn't get rid of them. I made them all private. And when I did that, they it dropped down my my rating and stuff. And I'm like, that's fine, man. It is what it is. I don't want to get into any more trouble with YouTube than I already was. Like I said before, I had put out that video. If you played Far Cry 3, you played it to the end, and you chose the side where you side with the chick. I put that scene on YouTube, and I called it exactly that. And I was like, and I remember they caught me for that, and it broke up there for a second. Sorry about that. So they took it down. They took that whole video off completely, and I was like, I can't believe it, man. That it was pretty funny. It was like nowadays it's funny, and I actually saw like the black mark in my content videos, and they had to say it was just like a blacked out video. You couldn't watch it. And it had like all these little X's on it. And I'm like, geez, Louise, I just deleted it. I don't need this on. I don't need to remind them that I had that on my channel. But it was funny because I was one of the first ones to put it up, dude. So it popped off for a whole day before they caught me on it. And I'm like, well, it was a different time, man. It was a different time back then. You could actually be crazy and do stupid stuff. And like they wouldn't come after you with the ban hammer like they do now. Or like disappear your channel, which was happening back then. But yeah, once I got that video up and they caught me for it, I was like, yeah, I knew I was in trouble, dude. I was like, okay, all right, you got me, dude. My bad, dude. My bad. That was pretty awkward for me. They did catch me on that one. And so when I went back and I saw that, I was laughing so hard, dude. But I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one who did that. I'm pretty sure that other people did it as well, but it seemed like I was the only one that got in trouble for it. So I don't know. It was probably the way I titled it. I probably titled it funny because I did actually. I mean, I slapped that title in. It was rough. It was, but yeah, I do remember that. That was a good time, man. We had fun with that. We really did. We had fun doing that. There's so many games that were good. Nowadays, I feel like all the games just aren't as good. Like, as I've come back to gaming, I'm like, okay, what are you playing now? What does anybody play? It used to be like Call of Duty came out, you play Call of Duty. Halo came out, you play Halo. Now it's like, there seems to be such a diverse bag of like, everyone's kind of split up in their own sort of genres now. And the Battle Royale really kind of came into being and stood strong there. I mean, that's awesome, but I don't know. I haven't really played enough to know. I'll have to try Fortnite. I heard that was pretty good. I honestly played Fortnite back when it was like, they talked about PvE and they had like a PvE mode. And I'm like, I went in and I'm like, oh, cool. Like you build a little house in the world and like you kill some zombies or something with traps. Sounds pretty cool to me. That is not what the game is now. I signed in just for a minute there. Me, Holly, and Lily were eating lunch. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this and let me just load it up real quick. That was I don't even know. I didn't know how to start a game. I'm looking at these all different modes, different names, all these things. I'm getting sold stuff left and right. I'm like, I just walked in, dude. It really felt like Futurama. And I keep making that reference because it makes me laugh, man. It's like everywhere you go, there's ads in your face being beamed into your brain. Ad. And it's like, dude, buy the Game Pass or buy the Season Pass or buy this skin or buy that ticket. And I'm like, holy smokes, I just walked in. I don't even know what this game is yet. I don't want to pay you money, dude. Let me just figure out what it is. Let me play some bots. And when I do that, I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. And then I'll go do something else. But I can't even play bots. I don't think there's a bot game. And if there is, I want to know because I would like to practice before I jump into a game. I see that it's like, I don't know, you shoot someone and everyone freaks out and builds towers. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. Dude, I really don't. So I don't know, the world got weird. The gaming world got weird too. And I think that's just how it is. But I know Grand Theft Auto 6 will come out. That one will do very well. That doesn't come out till next year. Borderlands is coming out this year. I'll buy it for sure because it has split screen. No, the last one did, but we didn't play it. So, but it has split screen, so I'll buy it. We'll have some fun. And once me and Crazy play that game together, I think we'll actually have a blast. Like I said, the biggest thing is we try to keep Lily away from the camera as much as we can. Obviously, we do vlogs in the car if we're going somewhere because it's just kind of easy that way. But otherwise, we're watching her. We're working. You know, we're doing adult stuff, and it's just. It is what it is, you know, and so when we get time, we sneak those things in. And that's why it's more special to us now, because it's just fun. And I really hope as she gets a little older, she'll be able to hop on one of these games or two, and we can all play together, and we'll all have a fun. It'll be a fun time. I also want to start playing with subscribers more and with Wolfpack more, and I want to get into that hopefully soon. As things right now, things are absolutely crazy for us. I'm hoping that these things start chilling out a bit, and that we can actually have that time to do things that we want to do and have fun, and things will settle down. And we're getting towards it right now. We're kind of getting into the routine of everything, trying to make it so that life works out good, trying to make it so that Lily has an awesome childhood. And I mean, that's what's so important, man. It's awesome. Like, having Lily totally changed my perspective. That's why I actually took down a lot of even though YouTube wouldn't have caught me on some of the channels or some of the things, I did go back and I stopped some of them because I was just like, no, listen, one day I want her to find this channel and not be like, what the heck happened, But on that note, I think I'm going to bounce out. I think I can see that the thing is breaking up a little bit again. So I thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'm going to try to make it so we have stronger internet in here again, I think, because this could work pretty good for me, but not if it's going to, and I think like it's up all the time, right? That's not as fun for anybody. I understand that, I get that. But as long as everything kind of stays smooth and I can continue to work, I can watch it a little easier actually, because I can watch instead of it being where I'm playing the game and I'm live and I have to look over here to see the laptop, because I'll play on my desktop and I can look at my laptop to see the chat. Even though I got the chat to show up on screen for live, I still have to do this, right? I'm like, and so I keep doing that. And I'm like, I'm gonna get murdered, dude. So I have to keep doing one of these things and looking over every 5 seconds. It's crazy, man. It really is. But I thank you so much for hanging out, brother. And for all you guys who watched, I'm going to bounce. The AC went off in here because I turned it off before I started. And it's starting to get really hot. And it's like a little side AC inside of this work area. Since I turned it off, it's starting to get a little toasty in here. I'm getting sweaty. That's why if you ever see me recording here, it's sweaty. It's because I turned it off. And then I realized, well, I'll record one more. And then I did a sweat box in here. It's Florida. It's swampy. It's just hot, man. It's just hot. But we love you guys so much. And thank you for hanging out. And I'll try to do more live streams as we go. And like I said, there is one where me and Crazy are going to try to do one together. It should be in the next 2 weeks. A week to 2 weeks, we're going to try to do a live stream together. I think that would be a lot of fun. But we love you guys. And we'll see you next time. Now we're going to figure out how to end this. Oh, I found it. Peace, guys. All right, there we go. Shake the screen.